Free agency hasn't even started yet, and we got crazy moves. I'm talking quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends that really no one cares about. We even got people asking for trades. Let's get it started. Some of you may be curious why I'm wearing an Atlanta Falcons hat. Well, they just made a big splash play. Kirk Cousins is heading to the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, you heard that right. 4-year, $180 million. Dang, that's a lot of money. I think this is a great move for the Falcons. All their weapons get upgraded. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. I actually think this makes them a pretty big threat to win the division. That is, of course, if Kirk Cousins comes back healthy. He did just tear his Achilles. Only time will tell on that one. Russell Wilson gets let go from the Denver Broncos and heads over to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's, of course, going to sign a team-friendly $1.2 million. Broncos have to pay him like $38 million. What a bad contract. Good for the Steelers, bad for the Broncos. I like this for the Steelers. Assuming they keep Deontay Johnson, I like the receiving core there. Russell Wilson's not a world beater, but I love the defense for the Steelers, and the receiving core is good. Plus, they have Najee Harris in the backfield with Jalen Warren. I actually think they can compete for the division. Good job, Steelers. Also, not having to pay your quarterback is a pretty big advantage. Poor Mac Jones. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Mac Jones is being traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars to back up Trevor Lawrence for a 6th-round pick. Ugh. They traded you for less than what Trey Lance got? Bro, I mean, you were at least a starter for a bit. It's bad luck. Real bad. Also, you have to back up Trevor Lawrence, who was in your draft class. I'm going to get into this later. Not the Mac Jones side because he's officially irrelevant, but the Patriots. They're almost a lock to draft a quarterback at pick 3 in the NFL draft. That means pick 1, 2, and 3 could all be quarterbacks. That means Marvin Harrison Jr. might be going to the Arizona Cardinals. Oh. Kyler Murray being my backup in Dynasty. I'll get into that later. Back to the free agent news. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers re-sign Baker Mayfield. Let's go. 3-year, $100 million contract. I believe it's a max 115. $50 million fully guaranteed. I think this is a great deal for Baker. We're not overpaying him. We're not underpaying him. It's just right. A lot of people were telling me he was going to get $45 million a year. It's a little rich for my blood. But for $33 million a year, oh yeah, I like Baker. Yeah, he can get the job done. He can get the job done. What's the job? Winning the division? Winning a playoff game? Hey, I'll take it. They're growing with Baker. Baker's getting comfortable. Baker, I know you're going to stay hungry, dog. I know you're going to stay hungry. We got Mike Evans back. Of course, we got Chris Godwin liking this offense. Good job, Bucks. Let's go. Let's go. Also, in other quarterback news, a lot less relevant. Gardner Minshew signed a 2-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm whatever about it. 2-year, $25 million deal. They needed a competent backup. I think that's fine. Now that we've gone through the quarterbacks, let's talk about those running backs. This pre-free agency has been crazy. Starting off with the Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley is leaving the New York Giants, but he's not going far. He's heading to the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go. Per Adam Schefter, Saquon is signing a 3-year, $37.75 million. Woo, that's a lot of money. For a running back, not bad. And it's worth up to $46 million. With 26 guaranteed? Let's go. I'm happy for you, Saquon. I think it's great for you. I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles didn't really need Saquon. They definitely didn't need to pay a running back almost $13 million a year, but cool. From a fantasy standpoint, I love it. From a winning game standpoint, I like it, but I feel like they had some other holes they could have filled. But hey, I'm a big fantasy football guy, so I'm here for it. Let's go. Saquon Barkley, new offense, same division. Man, that's got to be tough for Giant fans. I mean, y'all could have traded him last year and got something for him, but I mean, he's the 2nd highest paid running back in NFL history. Good for you, dog, for you. Josh Jacobs just signed a new deal, 4 years, $48 million. He's heading from the Las Vegas Raiders over to the Green Bay Packers. Now, it's a 4-year deal, but I'm skeptical on how soon they can get out of that. I got to look more into the contract, but as of right now, 4 years, $48 $38 million, looking pretty good. This will give the Green Bay Packers one of the best backfields in the league. Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, if they kept him. Unfortunately, Aaron Jones will be released from the Green Bay Packers. Oh, this hurts. I love Aaron Jones. I'm sure he will find a spot somewhere, but it will not be in Green Bay. Austin Eckler signs a new deal. Just not the deal I thought it would be. He signed a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Washington Commanders. I wish I could be excited about this, but I'm just not. I was hoping he ended up on a good team, maybe a playoff relevant team. This is a rebuilder. Probably gonna be drafting a quarterback. They got an older running back now. I still love Austin Eckler. I'm rooting for him. He's my dude. I wish he would have gotten more money. Wish he would have been in a better spot. Happy he still has a job, I guess. I do appreciate Adam Schefter summing all these running back moves up. We've already talked about these first three. Saquon to the Eagles, Josh Jacobs to the Packers, Austin Eckler to the Commanders, Tony Pollard to the Titans. I don't like. He leaves a good offense to be in a bad offense. I also have Tajay Spears in my dynasty leagues, so I'm really sad about that. DeAndre Swift goes to the Bears. Meh at best. Devin Singletary to the Giants. Okay, they're not really doing anything anyways. Might as well sign a mid running back. You just lost Saquon. Gus Edwards to the Chargers. I actually think that one's quasi-interesting. Curious who else they're going to bring in because Joshua Kelly is not the backup. And Antonio Gibson over to the Patriots. Let's go through some of these wide receivers. Michael Pittman Jr. is finalizing a deal with the Indianapolis Colts. 3 years, $70 million deal. Pretty good. $46 million guaranteed. I like that. The Jaguars signed Gabe Davis to a 3-year deal. Cool. I'm good with that. They're probably worried that they're going to lose Calvin Ridley. Understandable. Not a big Calvin Ridley guy anyway, especially not if he wants a big deal. Gabe Davis is a solid deep threat. T. Higgins wants out of Cincinnati, and I don't blame him. The Bengals franchise tagged T. Higgins, and he's over it. He's now asked for a trade, and apparently the Bengals have not tried to talk to him about contract extensions since March of 2023. Are you kidding me? Bengals, what are you doing? I'm curious if they're going to keep him or trade him. Don't sleep on T. Higgins. He is one of them dudes. He good. He good for real. When he's on the field. He didn't banged up. Jerry Jeudy got traded for a couple of schmeckles to Cleveland. I'm pretty sure it was like a 5th and a 6th. Ugh. I mean, that's not a lot, but it's twice as much as Jacksonville had to pay for Mac Jones. Tyler Lockett will restructure his deal to make it a 2-year, $30 million deal. Good for Tyler Lockett. Sad for JSN. Jackson Smith and Jigba. I was hoping he got some work. Looks like he's going to be sitting on that back burner for a little longer. I might have overpaid for him in Dynasty, but you might be able to get him cheap pretty soon. And I know I talked about it already, but I'm stoked that Mike Evans is back on the roster, baby. Another 2 years of Mike Evans. Love that. Happy to have you, Mike. I know that we signed you a couple days ago, but I just wanted your name to stay in rotation, because you do. Breaking news! Joe Mixon just got cut? The Bengals are releasing Joe Mixon. Wow. What a move. The Bengals have apparently agreed to terms to Zach Moss. 2-year, $8 million deal. When Jonathan Taylor was out, Zach Moss looked pretty good. This could be interesting because they're not paying him a lot and they need to save some cap space. I love this for Zach Moss. Hate it for Joe Mixon. Don't know what's going to happen to him this year. Let's see who picks him up. Quick tight end news. Hunter Henry signed a 3-year, $30 million deal with the New England Patriots. Meh, whatever for fantasy. I do like this one though. The Texans signed Dalton Schultz to a 3-year, $36 million deal. That's a lot of money. Let's go. I like Dalton Schultz. I think he's going to be good for this offense. I'm happy that they're keeping people around CJ Stroud. A big tight end is a good safety valve for a young quarterback. Good grab, Texans. The Kansas City Chiefs are signing Chris Jones to a 5-year, $95 million deal. Woo, that's a lot of money. Let's go. Prepare for that 3P. Chris Jones is one of the best defenders in the league. He has proven time and time again. He will wreck a game when he's needed most. I think this is a fantastic signing. If you're gonna overpay, you should overpay for one of the best players in the league. Let's go! Free agency hasn't even officially started, and this is where we are? Crazy. The NFL has been nuts today. I'm looking forward to all the moves that are made this week. I'll keep you updated. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. And I'll see you on the other side. There's plenty more where this came from. Peace.